it's time for the Halftime Report on Olivet.edu, the Tiger Sports Authority. Brought to you by American Christian Credit Union, Berlin Professional Cleaners, Domino's, Harriet's Party Rental, Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, Papa John's, Oak Orthopedics, Extreme Promotional Products, Pepsi, Hampton Inn, Riverside Fast Care, and Olivet's Army ROTC Roaring Battalion.
Welcome back to Mackay Arena, where we're here with Dr. Scott Armstrong, who, Scott, I see you around here a lot. You kind of hang out in the gym.
Right.
Gym rat, whatever that might be, but
I get paid to watch basketball games.
That's not a bad thing, is it? But of course, the reason is you are the chair of our Department of Exercise Science,
That's
which
exactly right.
it includes a lot of different facets. So let's talk about that a little bit. The students that are here that are a part of our exercise science department, what are the majors that we have offering?
Well, we started the fall semester with about 220 students in our 5 majors. The largest major is exercise science, about 80 students, and probably about half of those want to go to physical therapy school. And then athletic training is the next largest major. That's grown really quickly. And then sport management would be after that. Got about 50 students in that. Most of the students in that major want to get into some type of administration in a professional sport team. And then we have the PE teaching, and physical education traditionally over the years has been tough to get grads in, but fortunately in the state of Illinois they require physical education in every grade, and so that has helped to some degree, and we've placed a number of our physical educators in jobs in the last couple of years. And then we have the rec sport and fitness major after that. So have pretty good diversity of students in it, and great faculty. I've been in higher ed 37 years. I was at 4 different schools. This is by far my best experience, the best faculty I've ever worked with.
Well, of course we like to think that, don't we? But some might say we're biased. Exercise science is what we grew up knowing as physical education. It used to be the Department of Phys Ed, now the Department of Exercise Science. But talk about what our students, those students that have come through our program and graduated, what are some programs that they jump to from here outside of the education piece, which might be more traditional. But I know physical therapy, I hear a lot more students in pre-physical therapy involved in that major, and some others. What?
That's exactly right. Every school has a major that prepares students for physical therapy school. They may call it pre-PT, they may call it sport science, exercise science, sport medicine. Ours is exercise science, and like I said, about half of those want to go to PT school, and we have a pretty good number of individuals each year that are accepted into physical therapy school. We've got students at UIC, Northwestern, Midwestern, Ohio State University, Ohio University, Nova Southeastern, St. Augustine's in Florida, just quite a few.
Yeah, I know we've got a program at Governor State just up the road that we've had several students go to. I don't know if we still have some.
We do. We usually have about 3 there at any given time.
All of those programs that you mentioned are pretty top-notch programs. When you start thinking about UIC and Governor State, they're just great programs, and it's great for our students to be a part of that. Students that are looking, maybe a parent might be listening here, why should they go into a major? Why should they think about and consider a major in the field of exercise science? What are some opportunities that they might have there?
Well, if we're talking just the exercise science major, it's a pretty heavy science major that was designed specifically for somebody who wants to go to grad school and serve in the allied health field. But we do have some students come out of that major and go into entry-level jobs. A number of them want to be personal trainers. We have some other students who want to maybe own their own gym sometime. And now some of our sport management majors, they're doing some interesting things. They all do internships that amount to about 480 clock hours.
While they're here.
While they're
as a
here.
student. Okay.
Exactly, yeah. And We usually have one about every year that interns for the Bears. It's interesting, a lot of our students have interned at minor league teams, and sometimes that's even more valuable. You get to do just about everything. A couple of years ago, I had a student who was interning at Joliet and Jackhammers. He called me one day and said, Coach, I'm going to be late for your class. He says, they got me dressed up in the bird costume, and I'm over at an elementary school. So the very next day, he probably was doing the tarp, and the next day, pouring Coke.
Well, that's one of the things I was going to ask you next, because internships for more and more majors, it seems, are just growing and exploding. Talk a little bit about internships, not just while a student that happened during the semester, but summer-long internships or.
Oh yes, internships are probably the most valuable component of any of the majors that have them. That is where you do your networking. It is a foregone conclusion that most jobs come not just from your educational background, but also who you know, and if you're in the right place at the right time. So that's how a lot of our students have gotten hired. Also, there are a number of job fairs. We had a young lady who went to a job fair up in Chicago, and just as a lark, if you want, she got in the line for the Bears, and lo and behold, they hired her. Actually, took her for a fall internship. It was paid, and her job was to sit up in the press box, be on a radio with the person who's coordinating the flyby.
The flyby.
The flyby. And
all right.
And it was and now she's working in a soccer organization, and all of that really is due to her networking and just a great personality and a good education.
Well, they get great experience around here, Dr. Armstrong. We look down this row, and half of those that are doing support roles here are students. The girls' game, it's almost all students. The guys sitting up above us who are running the tech piece for this broadcast are students. There's just a lot of positives that come from their experience here, the experiences that you guys give them related to experiences that they're going to have. That even the broadcasting piece here is just an amazing piece. So it's been great to have you here with us halftime. We're about 2 minutes here from the start of the second half, and Gary Griffin will be joining us in just a second. We've been here with Dr. Scott Armstrong, who's the chair of our Department of Exercise Science, and we'll be back just a second for the second half here from McKay Arena, where the Tigers lead the Peregrines 45-30.